I had the privilege of visiting the beautiful island of Koh Samui for a full week this summer. We were staying at a hotel called the Culture, and I think it was the best hotel experience I've ever had. There were so many thoughtful details, and the staff was incredibly kind and helpful, and the food was also so good. I'm still thinking about it to this day. Our day started off with this beautiful breakfast with fresh fruit, iced coffee, and many warm dishes. And after that, we went straight to the pool and usually stayed there until dinner. Also, the fresh coconuts were cheaper than water, so we had at least one of those a day because it was just the most refreshing thing ever. Around 3 or 4 p.m. it was usually getting super hot, so I escaped to the gym where everything was nice and air conditioned. Before we got ready for dinner, we always try to go outside to watch the sunset, or sometimes we just watched it from the balcony. And those are probably the prettiest sunsets I've ever seen because the colors were just so beautiful and so intense, and sometimes they played live music outside and the atmosphere was just so amazing. On our second last day, the manager came up to us and asked us what we've seen of the island so far, and we were kind of embarrassed to admit that we've stayed only at the hotel and the neighborhood this whole time, so she booked us a 4-hour tour across the island. We had our private driver who would just drop us off at some sightseeing places, and we could spend as much time there as we wanted to. And our first stop was the Big Buddha and all these temples, and there were a couple of shops with handmade bags and clothes, souvenirs, snacks, and other local products. For our next stop, we visited these temples that were built on the water. They were so stunning and beautiful, and there were so many little details on the buildings and the bridges and the pillars. But I kind of wish that someone would have told us some interesting facts or stories about these monuments, or that I would have informed myself a little bit because I had absolutely no clue and there weren't any signs with descriptions. And the driver stayed in the car, but it was still very nice to look at. The next stop was probably my favorite. It was this viewpoint where you had a panoramic ocean view, and the color contrast was just so beautiful. All these different shades of blue, and the rocky coastline, and the trees. And you could also take some stairs to get down to the water and enjoy the view from there. Then we came to this little village in the southern part of the island, and there are two famous rocks called the Grandfather and the Grandmother Rock, I think. And our driver was just so nice. He invited us for some coconut ice cream, and look how beautiful they made it. I never had ice cream like this before, and it tasted as good as it looked. And he also bought us these flowers so that we could leave those at the temple. We then went to see the waterfall, and they also had elephant riding there, and the elephants looked so sad and unhappy, made us sad too. They told us that this is the island's biggest waterfall, so I was kind of expecting something bigger, but it was still very nice to see. The next stop was supposed to be another waterfall, but when we got there, we could hear it, but we were not able to find it. We tried to follow the signs, and we also tried out all of the different paths, but we were not able to find it in the end, so we just left without seeing it. Here we were having our last dinner on the island, and there was so much lighting, but it wasn't raining, and it was just fascinating to watch. On our last day, we got up at 4 a.m. to catch the earliest flight to Bangkok at 6 a.m. And I love their little airport there. It felt more like a beach restaurant than an airport, but the vibe was super nice and was quite an experience. And the gate area also looked like this lounge. And then a bus that looked like a golf cart brought us to our plane. Once we landed in Bangkok, we got our bags and took a taxi to our hotel, but it was too early to check in, so we went outside to explore the city a little bit. But since it was almost 40 degrees Celsius, we spent the next hours in this mall that had this very fun food court, and it was just so nice to walk around and explore everything. And we also went shopping for a little bit and of course had lunch. After we were able to check in, we took a little nap in our room, and then I went to the gym, and after that we relaxed a little bit at the pool with this very nice view. And then it was already time for last dinner, and we also got some lava cakes from 7-Eleven for 70 cents each.